warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi there, what's up, man? Be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by saying Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Peace be upon the greatest Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam by saying Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. This time I'm not gonna review creepy funny video as usual, but I will brush up on some idioms that I love and frequently used in my daily conversation. As you know that every language contains idiom. English, including American English, is extremely idiomatic. Native speakers of English have been using hundreds, even thousands of idiom in daily conversations without realizing as how dominant the idiom is in their language. An idiom is a group of words which have a different meaning when used together from the one they would have if you took the meaning of each word separately. It is created by assigning a new meaning to words which already have their own meaning. A verbal idiom, for example, become common in English. It was either necessary or desirable to give an existing verb one or more additional meanings to express various actions. For example, a word to come, which originally means to arrive, later become to be used in such an expression as to come off, to mean that some event had taken place. An idiom can also be described as an expression whose meaning is changed by altering the meaning of the word, such as make up the expression. For example, such as every cloud has a silver lining. It is used to describe that every bad situation holds the possibility of something good. Okay. Unlike a native speaker of English who learns to use idiom largely through association with his family and friends and people outside his home, the native speaker student of English up to learn English idiom from language aid such as a dictionary, and this doesn't guarantee that you will use idiom properly. So avoid using them until you hear idioms used by a native speaker in a natural context. Once you have heard an idiom use more than once to get fully understand its meaning, you can then try it yourself. Okay, let's get started. Okay, idiomatic expressions number one, that is a rolling stone gathered no moss. Moss is like a plant-like microorganism that has no flower and grows in a damp habitat stick to the rocks. When the stone is rolling, moss doesn't have chance to stick to the rock, let alone it grows. But on the other hand, when the stone never moves, it will eventually grow on its surface and become a thicker and thicker. This idiom can be used to describe two possibilities of a situation. It depends, it could be a good, bad, depends on you see the moss, something that you want it or you avoid it. A person who never settled in one place will never be successful. He won't be able to gather any wealth or responsibility or commitment. It's not good to keep changing your place of residence or your workplace. Such a habit causes a lot of insecurity and
instability. Besides, it takes time to get adjusted to new places or new jobs. But when you stay in one place for a long time, you become familiar with your surrounding and be able to build good relationship in your neighborhood. In another interpretation, someone must keep moving in order to avoid the stagnant or become raspy. Now, which do you want to become as? You decide. Idiom number 2, should breeze. Now this idiom is probably an older one. It comes from the old west, when cowboy fire rain guns in the air and nothing, just for fun. But today, shooting the breeze is actually nothing to do with shooting gun. I got no idea whatever you people still use this so much so much anymore. I don't hear it as much as but it used to be very common. Breeze is a light wind. To shoot the breeze means to chat casually, not a serious conversation. There's no plan at all. You are not discussing any particular issues. You're just hanging out, meeting with friends, relaxing while serving a hot simmering a cup of coffee at the wall. One cup, you call it in Indonesia, warm coffee. It's traditional market. So this is my favorite spot to hang out here in Pasar Kranji Baru, Bekasi. My wife once put me shooting the breeze. Said, "Got nothing better to do?" And I said, "Yes, this is something better to do than sleeping." I know sometimes people criticize me, especially my wife, when shooting the breeze with my friend. How about you? Idiom number 3. Okay, lose your head. My head, your head. Lose your head doesn't mean that. Lose your head means lose your self-control, to panic, or to lose your composure. Let's say, oh my God, oh wait a minute. Suddenly, I'm not composed. Suddenly I'm panicking. But lost my head, started panicking. If you get lost, don't lose your head. Okay? Don't panic. Keep calm. Stay calm. Stay composed. Just think you retrace your step or go over your step again. Alright? When you are driving on the street or riding a motorbike, try not to lose your head when you get stopped by a car. For example, he stopped his bike abruptly when he saw a police officer wave to him. What would you have done in this situation? Another example. When the fire alarm went off, everybody lost their head and they ran for an exit door. What would you have done if you were there? Okay, another example. He lost his head when he started to win some money at the casino and started to bet crazily. Now, in this situation, I want you to respond and give some suggestions. Okay, right. Well, okay guys, that's all for now. Please leave me a comment down below and let me know if you got something on your mind. Thank you for watching. So I'll see everybody in the next one. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.